Okay, everyone, this is another part of my series, Thoughts on Living in Las Vegas. And, I try to give you guys the flavor of what it's really like here in Las Vegas. I apologize for the last segment on El Cortez. It's because the phone cut out all of a sudden. But here I am. And what's your name?
Keva.
Keva, can you hold up your sign? Here's Keva. Okay, so what she does is she goes up and down the street. I think we're on Commerce and Charleston. All right, so tell my audience, how did you end up in Vegas and what's your story?
My husband passed away last year.
Yep.
And we grew up in California.
A lot of people from here are from California.
Well, everywhere I turned, it was horrible. I mean, it reminded me of my husband. So I had to leave. I came here to a vacation spot.
Right.
And I have a lot of good people that support me to get me out for suicide mission. So it's harsh out here.
Yeah.
It's really hard finding those good people, but I gotta be good people.
So where in California from? Are you from the LA area? LA, it's LA, a suburb of LA itself.
Highland Park, LA.
Highland Park. There you go, folks. LA. All right, so oh, that's my little app thing going off. Let's just ignore that.
From my case manager. The case manager is taking forever to get my birth certificate so I can get my ID back. Because I'm actually a registered nurse.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because everything was going, so again, I have nothing.
So what? So take my audience back. How did you end up in Vegas to live here in the first place? How long has it been?
I needed to leave California because everywhere I turned, it just was me and my husband, and I was devastated. I'm still devastated, but not like I was. I mean, I was bad. I had a stroke.
You had a stroke? You're not that old.
I'm 40.
47. I'm 47. All right, but I've got a heart condition. It's a congenital heart condition. My heart can't. If you're a nurse, you know what an ejection fraction rate is. Mine is about half. So I've got to take Lasix the rest of my life. Okay, so.
And then I missed my classes, and you got to take 10 classes, and they're $100 each. So.
Wait, so are you an RN or a CNA? RN. So you took the NCLEX.
And Valley and UMC both said that they wanted to hire me and that they could try to help me, but I just had to get my birth certificate and ID. So I'm just waiting on that and the $100 per class. 10 classes. I mean, now if I made it to my classes, they would have been free. But my husband was sick. He had cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh, man. Did he drink?
He used to.
Oh, jeez. So you were...
I was going to actually be his live liver donor.
Oh, no. Really?
We didn't make it.
So did you work in a hospice or hospital?
I did hospice care.
That's what my mother does. Yeah. Okay, so you ended up in Vegas. How long ago was it?
I came here February.
Of last year?
Yeah.
Holy guacamole.
February.
In my case, I came here like just last June from Seattle. I thought I could live here, but it turns out the weather's too harsh in the summers, and this place is too depressing.
Outside in the summer.
Yeah.
In the winter.
Yeah.
It's colder than California.
Yes.
Way hotter than California sometimes.
Yes.
I don't know. California is just. I don't know. It's like.
Oh my God.
But here, no.
Yeah.
It's extreme conditions. And I'm out here freezing.
I interviewed Robert. His name is Robert Bartlett. He used to be a marijuana grower, but it was a 30-minute long video, and my phone wouldn't take it. It's too weak of a phone. It's just a baby Samsung Galaxy. It's a J3. But he was a marijuana grower out of Colorado. What happened to him was he grew a $1.2 million crop, and then someone tried to rob him and stabbed him in one of his kidneys, and from there he went downhill. Yeah. No, it's interesting because like here's what I said to my audience when I first started this series. In like the first couple parts, I said that people here are not from here. No one's from here. So in other words, the people that you see around, right, at one point they had assets and something happened to them. In your case, it was like health issues. Other people's cases, It was drugs, gambling,
Or by choice.
or by choice. Yeah, exactly. By choice. By choice. So what happens? I mean, do you sleep somewhere at night, or do you go to a shelter, or what do you do?
I hooked up with a childhood friend. I'm older than him.
Yeah.
By 6 years.
Right.
That turned into a nightmare. And I want off the streets, and it just seemed like it was game after game after game after game after game.
Yeah, it is out here.
I am now a domestic violence survivor.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh geez. So what do you?
I mean, and I just recently got out of that yesterday morning. And because I have another friend of mine that I also grew up with. But see, a couple of these people here, I grew up with.
Oh man.
So, they said the one that's there with me right now.
So what do you use for an address?
I don't have an address right now. I got a friend that works at a gas station, and then I ran into another registered nurse. And this is how I met her. She's not really good, anyways, I was sitting there at 7-Eleven and I opened the door every time she came. She would go to the store. She goes to the gas station like 3 or 4 times a day. But I would open the door for her, whenever she walked in and out. And we ended up talking one day and found out she was a registered nurse. And
Yep.
just took off from there. So
Yeah.
she's helped me out a lot, and so is the gas station lady. But then the guy I was with, my childhood friend, he got at 386 from almost everywhere in the medical district.
So wait a second, back up a bit. You said you had to take 10 classes. I mean, like, if you are already an RN, wouldn't you just basically have
It's
to...
just to update your classes.
Oh.
If you make it on time, you don't have to pay for them. But if you miss them, it's $100 per
So
class.
where did you get... Do you have an AS or a BS in nursing?
So where are we going with this? Where are we going
No, this is an interview.
I know that, but where are we going?
No, this is like so people get to know who you are. But like you have it...
For Vegas.
Yeah, it is. It is. You're part of Vegas. I'm part of Vegas. I've done the homeless thing, but not like this. I actually stayed in an office. It was weird. Like I would stay in an office and it was 24/7, so you'd come in and out. I had 2 offices, but then what I was trying to do was I was just trying to save money because Seattle is quite expensive.
I know. I lived here for a little bit.
Right.
I worked in Bellevue.
Yeah, I lived... Dude, I actually... My life has just been one piece of good luck after another. My 105-year-old grandfather moved to Seattle because he was in the Army back in 1954. He bought his house up on Queen Anne because it was across the street from Fort Lawton. You know, Fort Lawton and Magnolia was an active Army base.
Did you ever go to Germany?
He was in the Pacific. He was in the Pacific. He was captured by the Japanese 3 different times and escaped.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
He went from the Philippines to Korea to Texas and then to Seattle of all places. Retired in 1958 as a captain because they needed officers to die during World War II, right? So he took this test. They offered him a promotion to major, but guess what? The letter said, "Okay, we'll give you this promotion, but your next stop is Vietnam in 1958." And he said no. He retired, and since he didn't take advantage of the GI Bill, he just had a high school diploma and he became a security guard, so he's got a pension off that. But his house on Queen Anne was less than $20,000. And now, guess what? The property taxes on it are $9,000 a year. It's so cold inside that house, he doesn't live in there. But then, that's the thing. It's like, I thought, okay, I'll leave. I'm sick and tired of the prices. There's no rent control. I'll leave. So I tried to come out here, and I realized it is not what it's cracked up to be. I think I'm going back to Seattle in the nicer months.
Seattle is depressing.
Right, I won't be there from November to about March. I'll be there the rest of the time. It's like this, guys. Seattle is exactly like this. This is how Seattle is most, and that's how I can tell you spent some time up there. It looks just like this every day.
Darker.
Darker, yes, darker,
Yep.
yes.
And if
So.
you're depressed, you're just setting yourself up.
And guess what? It's gotten so bad now. The prices are so bad that nurses now make about 40 or 50 bucks an hour. But then, you know, when you were probably there, you could afford a house as a nurse. Now, you can't even afford a 2-bedroom condo as a nurse. My mother lives in a studio in
Take a pay
Ballard.
cut.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you work in the hospital, great. You
Great,
get
yes.
just fine.
Yes.
But I didn't feel like I had a good knack with any of the areas.
Yeah.
So until I ran across hospice care.
Until you ran across hospice
And
care.
when I ran into hospice care, in-home care, I didn't do the rush in, rush out.
Right.
You know,
Neither does my mother.
shot and go away.
Right.
I didn't do that.
No.
I did the wake them up, give them rest, and anyway, I had a special knack for quadriplegics.
Yeah, my mother does. My mother does. I think she does. She takes care of the people whose last stop is the hospice. That's it. But yeah.
I think that with me working in that area, I would have been a little bit more prepared for losing my husband.
That's ironic, folks, isn't it? Right. See how it comes full circle. Right. You would think. Yeah.
I was devastated.
Devastated. How long were you married to him for? It must have been like 20 years.